We've got a young audience here, many of whom, like you, might want to get into public life. And then they see a figure brought out by the Association of Democratic Reforms a few months ago, that 44% of our legislators of state assemblies across the country, 1,777 of them, have declared criminal cases against them. Why should the young join public life and politics if they are surrounded by criminals and if criminalization of politics is so rewarding?
So they can
Please
reduce the number.
So I don't think Shashi ji and I look like criminals, do we?
No, you don't, but you're surrounded by them. There are people around you who seem to benefit.
Rajdeep, let me just explain that number a little bit. Because I myself, and I'm sure Shashi ji has been also similarly afflicted. What happens is that when you have a government, for example, that is from an opposing party, that government makes it very difficult for you to do what you would ordinarily want to do in a democracy, that is, do processions, demonstrations, strikes, and so on. And in many of those situations, when we do those things, we have cases that are brought against us. And that often results in situations where members of parliament, members of legislative assemblies end up having a large number of cases against them because they are undertaking democratic actions, they are exercising their democratic privileges. So there is quite a bit of noise in those numbers that we have to strip.
No, sure. Let me strip the noise. If you're saying that, some of them could be criminal cases which are foisted upon by opposition or for minor charges, the fact is 25% of these are serious criminal cases. In terms of serious criminal cases, the BJP, your party, had the highest number because you have the maximum MLAs, 337. That's 25% of the total MLAs with charges. Congress not too far behind Dr. Tharoor, don't worry, 194, 27%. Trinamool Congress was 77, 34%. These are serious criminal cases. Some of them even have charges, rape, murder, among others. Why should any young person join politics if A, there's criminalization, and let me add to that, money politics. The ADR report points out increasingly you need to be a crorepati several times over to contest elections, and your assets seem to multiply the moment you're in government. So I want to understand, why should the young then join politics?
So Rajdeep, the answer to that question is, come on in. We need young people like you who are idealistic, who are motivated, who are energetic to join politics, to bring a different look to politicians. And if we have people like you, if people are committed to serving the nation, people are willing to work for our fellow citizens, we can change some of these facts, we can change some of these statistics. The fact is, we really need good people to be in public service. We need more good people to come and join. It's very, very hard. And many people will prefer a well-paying career or a better lifestyle to being in public service. But unless we get the most talented, the most idealistic people willing to take on these hard challenges like Shashi ji has done, leaving aside a fantastic career as a diplomat, unless we bring in people like Shashi ji and others and like yourselves into public service, these are the kinds of numbers that we will find difficult to turn around. So we must do that. And I, of course, tell people that don't do it too soon. Make sure that as far as you are concerned, you are able to discharge your responsibilities as a family person, as a husband, as a father, and so on. But once you can do that, I myself joined public service at the age of 51. I didn't do it when I was 31. I didn't do it when I was 41. I did it when I was 51 years old, and I felt that I had been able to look after my family, and then I could come and serve the nation.
So what you're saying is you've got to be financially secure before you enter public life, otherwise you will make money through politics.
All I'm saying is, Rajdeep, you have to couple, along with idealism, you have to couple that with being practical.
Okay.
Being practical, and if you do that, yes, you can make a very big difference.
Dr. Tharoor, do you really think it's possible, given the entry barriers that are there for lots of young idealistic people who may want to contribute in public life, but look around them and see, sadly, people with possible criminal backgrounds who made their money illegally, entering public life and being rewarded for it?
True, but you can also see the giants of this world who've given up very, very well-paid careers, international lifestyle to come into politics also. So there are models you can look at that are different from the criminals and the thugs, and unfortunately, those will be there as long as people are prepared to vote for them.
No,
but that's precisely why.
Are the two of you exceptions and not the rule?
Perhaps, but then we need more exceptions. Then the rule will change if there are enough exceptions. I just want to say one more thing. You know, I've sometimes met kids your age, usually those just coming out of high school, and sometimes they say to me, "Sir, we are not interested in politics." And you know what I tell them? Well, I'm sorry, because politics is interested in you. If you are not interested in politics, you're abdicating that field to others who are the ones going to take the decisions that will affect your lives, that will decide what possibilities you have for your future study, whether you can go outside your state or go abroad, whether you can even afford to go to college. It's those people that are making decisions that will tell you what choices you have available to you in life, what are the things you can and cannot do, as we've discovered a little earlier in this conversation. It's those people who will expand your realm of possibilities or narrow it and constrain it. You, therefore, need to be interested in politics, so the kinds of people and attitudes and values you like come into politics and get enough victories that they can actually shape the policies that will do you good. That's why I feel, don't ever say I'm not interested in politics. You may not want to come full-time into politics, and I happen to agree with Jayant, because we both joined politics at the age of 51, except I did it a bit earlier. It's simply that unfortunately, all of us, when we are young, we're ready to take risks, we have the energy, we have the idealism, but very often we also have responsibilities around the corner, lurking with a sandbag to hit us on the head, and therefore, if we have to fulfill those responsibilities, first, we have to pay attention to the needs of that, and as Jayant said, that means taking care of your responsibilities, ensuring that when you come into politics, you aren't coming into it to see how much you can get out of it, but rather how much you can give to it. Now, he and I have come in the spirit of wanting to give, and we came in at a stage of our lives when we felt that we didn't need to grubbily take anybody's money under the table in order to meet our needs. And therefore, for us, it's all about the ideas, it's about the issues, it's debating certain principles. It's not about making money. And I would say to you, if you need to make money because you come from a humble background, do another profession, study hard, become a doctor, become a lawyer, become an accountant, be a banker, do whatever you can, make your money, and come into politics when you don't need anything from it. That's the kind of politician we need in this country.
India's #1 political reporter.
Defines what seems to be happening, vendetta politics. कोई दूध के से धुला हुआ नहीं है.
Unmatched eye, unmatched experience.
The world has changed. My black hair has become grey as well.
And with unmatched passion for the story.
Do not monopolize the conversation.
When it's 100% news that matters. It's News Today with Rajdeep Sardesai. Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. Only on India Today TV.